Have you ever had someone destroy your entire career in under 60 seconds? I was 28 years old when I got my dream job teaching English literature at a state university. Fresh PhD, first real position, and I was terrified of screwing it up. My department chair told me on day one that 3 professors had been fired in the past 2 years for inappropriate conduct with students. He looked me dead in the eye and said, tenure meant nothing if you crossed that line. I remembered that conversation when Brittany started showing up to my office hours alone. At first it seemed normal. She asked questions about the syllabus, about essay formatting, about my interpretation of various texts. But then she started coming twice a week, then 3 times. She would linger after other students left, asking increasingly personal questions. Where did I go to grad school? Was I married? Did I live near campus? I kept every interaction professional. I left my office door open. I answered her questions about coursework and redirected personal ones. When she asked if I wanted to get coffee, I said no, and suggested she visit during scheduled office hours only. She started emailing me at night. Long messages about how much she admired my teaching, how I was different from other professors, how she felt like I really understood her. I responded only to academic questions and ignored everything else. Then she showed up at my apartment. I have no idea how she got my address. I opened the door thinking it was a food delivery, and there she was, holding a bottle of wine and wearing a dress completely inappropriate for a student-teacher interaction. I told her she needed to leave immediately. She cried and said she just wanted to talk. I closed the door and called campus security to report the incident. 2 days later, I got called into the department chair's office. Brittany had filed a complaint against me. She claimed I had been making advances toward her, that I had invited her to my apartment, that I had been sending her inappropriate messages. She had screenshots of my emails, cropped to remove context, making my professional responses look suggestive. I felt like I was done before I even got started. This was exactly what I had been warned about. My career was 8 weeks old and it was already over. The department launched an investigation. I was told not to discuss the matter with anyone. Brittany stopped coming to class, which somehow made me look worse. Other students started giving me strange looks. I heard whispers in the hallways. I went through every email, every interaction, trying to build my defense. I had been careful, but would it be enough? She was a student making accusations. I was a new professor with no track record. The department had already fired 3 people. I barely slept. I barely ate. Every time my phone rang, I thought it was someone calling to fire me. The hearing was scheduled for a Friday afternoon. I walked into that conference room knowing my entire future depended on the next hour. Brittany was there with a campus advocate. The department chair was there, plus 2 other administrators I had never met. Brittany told her story. She cried. She showed her cropped screenshots. She described feeling unsafe in my class. Then it was my turn. I had printed every complete email chain, every office hour log, security footage from the hallway outside my office, showing I always kept the door open. The campus security report from when she came to my apartment, filed before she made her complaint. The department chair looked at the timestamps. He looked at the full context of the emails. He looked at Brittany and asked her directly why she had cropped the screenshots. She said she only included the relevant parts. He asked her why she came to my apartment if she felt unsafe. She started crying harder and said I had manipulated her. He asked her to provide the full email chains from her account. She refused. The chair stood up and told Brittany she was being withdrawn from my class and referred to the student conduct board for filing a false report. He told her advocate the meeting was over. He looked at me and said I had handled everything correctly and that I was cleared of all accusations. Brittany screamed at me on her way out. She said I had ruined her life. The advocate had to escort her from the building. I got tenure 6 years later. Brittany transferred schools before the conduct board hearing. I still keep my office door open, and I still save every email. Some lessons cost more than others.